have a Crossbow, 10-point Vengeance 440S. We're gonna get her cooking today because I know I can shoot 20, 40 yards easily. Shot a deer at 50 last year, no problem. I've never shot it at 100 yards. So we better check that out. Not that I would ever take that shot, but you never know. So, got some bolts, got the 10-point, and we got to double check real quick with the old, whatever this thing's called. I'm at 100 yards right here. So, not that you actually verified by looking through there, but you'll just have to believe me. That little white thing way down there is the target. And some of you have watched my 10-point Vengeance video before. What we got here is this cool little windy device that you can hook right in here. And just you can crank down the trigger mechanism all the way to the string. That has already happened. What has not happened is though, we got to get the string now all the way back up here until we hear a click. The easiest way to do it is put your foot down there on the stirrup and crank it. But this cranks so easily that if you wanted to, you could crank it like this. So if you're in the stand and you want to fire off another one real quick, you can just crank it back. And again, watch my 10-point Vengeance review video if you want. So now once it clicks, it's in. I rewind twice per the instruction manual. I can clip this bad boy right in here like this. Good to go. All right, I'll load my bolt, keeping my fingers away from the strings. So I usually keep them ahead of where the strings are going to end if it were to fire, and I want to keep away from the limbs. All right, safety's on. I'm going to get in a seated position for this. Flick my dust covers off my Hawk scope. Now I did sight it in at 20 and 40 and set the speed on my scope, so really I should be able to line up my 100-yard reticle right on the bag and hit a bullseye. So let's see how she goes. Better turn the safety off. Well, I hit something down there. So, figure instead of taking too many shots on this bad boy, maybe we should just go check it right now, since I don't have my binoculars. Well, there she is. That's not too bad. I mean, 100 yards. Unfortunately, I shoot better with my compound bow than I do that, which is kind of crazy. So honestly, I might step my game back up to 50 yards again and just check it. Maybe from last season we had some changes there. I'll just make some commentary too right now. When I shot, I imagined at 440 feet a second, which is they rate this thing at, that it would have been like, boom, nailed it. I felt like it took forever for the bolt to get to the target. So that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if wind resistance has a factor on these things, and by the time it gets to the bag, it's actually moving slower than a compound bow would. Interesting. Just noticed something with that arrow I shot at 100 yards. I thought it was kind of loud. Loose arrow fletching. That'll definitely slow it down. So we'll maybe not use that again for a 100-yard shot. All right, we're at 50 yards. What I thought I would do is show you total time it takes to kind of like get this down, get it up, load an arrow, shoot, and then reload. So I'm choosing to sit right now because maybe you're hiding in the weeds. It'd probably be ridiculous if you were just standing straight up, so I was trying to make a realistic scenario. Although I suppose if I was going to go out hunting, I probably wouldn't do that first. So remember, what we got to do is we got to release the trigger mechanism. So I wound it a little bit till it's tight. I'm pressing the silver lever, and then as I rewind, that should release the trigger mechanism. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's going down, 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 down. I'm going to wait for a click. Oh, click. Check it out. I'm going to go till it clicks. Click. Rewind twice. Take off trigger. I'm going to set it down. Load an arrow. Make sure it's not the one with the broken fletching. White cock feather down. 50 yards. Safety off. Okay, this back in. Oh crap, there's still deer. I want to tighten it. Silver. Click. Wind it back up.
Wait till the click. Click. Rewind twice. It's like teaching video, right? Now in. 50 yards, safety off.
Let's go check it out. Elevation great. Windage is just off a little bit, so I'm going to tweak that, and then we'll give her another 100-yard try. So the one thing I didn't tell you the first time around, but it might be in my 10-point video, is if you're mid-crank on this 10-point Vingent, I mean, there's a lot of tension on there, right? It's not going anywhere. You can stop mid-cycle. It's not going to fling forward. I hear the click. Rewind. Honestly, when I'm hunting, I throw this in my hunting bag instead of storing it in the stock because it's loud. But also on the note here, I did recalibrate. On my windage, I went 4 clicks to the right. It's got an MOA of 1/2. So I did 4 clicks and it was a bullseye. So we're going back to 100 yards here to see if it actually works. I'm just gonna fling 1 arrow, see what she does. See if she can knock something out from 100. We'll see. So while we're walking up to check the arrow, I just thought I'd say subscribe to Bow Dad. If you like these videos, you can see a whole lot more. I should be getting a Bowtech solution here pretty soon to review, and we'll give you my thoughts on that. So also, as I'm walking up here to the target, I wanted to let you know that after shooting this from 100 yards, even if I walk up there and I see that it's pretty accurate, it just doesn't feel right, man. I don't think I could fling an arrow at 100 yards at a deer. So take that for what it's worth. I did shoot a deer, like I said, from 50 yards last year. I mean, straight through the heart. So I got a lot of confidence with that. So I don't know, get one, shoot it yourself, see what you think. And sorry, this one's not for sale. All right, definitely a user error. That bolt is right through the top of the bag and I was aiming down there. So definitely not shooting anything from 100 yards. Now I do believe that arrow was user error. I think the bow is accurate. I would just have to do more shots to test for consistency and maybe go off a tripod. If I was resting it on a window, it would have been completely different. This is Bow Dad. Thanks for watching. I'm out.